we're going to look at the tips and tricks you'll need to help you get going with shortcuts. From building them to using them to finding them, we've got you covered. Let's get started on today's activity. So for today's shortcut, we're going to continue with the activity we did yesterday. I'm going to duplicate it into a new shortcut and I'm going to add in some actions. Let's look for some reminders. So I'm going to find reminders, and if I go through the reminders app, look for the find reminders action, let's drag that across. Now I'm going to add in some filters because I don't want to just find all my reminders. I'd like to look for ones that have a deadline after the current date. So I can say is after, I can change the date to a certain time, or the easiest option would be just to set it to the current date. So let's just tap that again and tap current date on the quick pick option on the keyboard. Let's add in a second filter where we are looking for reminders that are not completed. Now this might result in more than one reminder, so we're going to have to do something for each. That's where the repeat action comes in. So let's look for repeat with each. So type in repeat, you can see all the options that we have here. Drag it across, and I'm going to do this with each of them. So let's get a text box. Let's do a quick search for text, there we go, and drag it into the repeat with each item. Now what I'm going to do here is the same as I did with yesterday. I'm going to look for the repeat item and I'm going to get the title. And I'm going to add in some additional text, which is due at, and I'm going to get another repeat item, but this time I'm going to tap in the deadline. So this is going to tell me the name of my reminder and when it's due. Now what I would like to do is put in a new text box, and I would like it to list each of the results from my repeat. So that's where repeat results comes in. So going back to that magic variable that I have just selected, I can change the name of it. So let's tap on it and I can rename it. Let's change it to upcoming, just so that I know upcoming reminders. Tap OK. And what I can do is I can swap it over. If I want the weather to happen last, if I want the upcoming to happen first, I can just delete, put it back in, and when I put it back in, it's already got the name. That name has been changed, so it's already there. So that makes it easier and also means that it displays quite nicely. Now if I press play, it's going to run through that, and you can see I've got no upcoming reminders, but I could go back in, add a reminder to my reminders app, run the shortcut again, and it will give me a list of all my reminders and the current weather. So I'm beginning to build up an agenda of my day. We might come back to look at this again, but thanks for joining me today.